This is Gutter Guard. It is a plastic mesh material that is used to protect your gutters from leaves. But we're going to use this to create a topiary. So the first thing I want to do is roll out a big long length of it and cut it off. Now I want my topiary to be white, and this Gutter Guard happens to be black. So the first thing I'm going to do is spray paint it white. So I'm laying it out flat. I have secured the ends with some heavy objects, and I'm just spraying one side of it white. Now I need a base for my topiary, and I am using this red pot. I'm actually going to leave some of the dirt that's in there after I pulled the plants out, and I'm putting a piece of cardboard on top so I have a nice flat base. Now I'm cutting a slit in the middle with just a craft knife here. I grabbed this metal pole that I had in my basement. You could also pick up a metal pole at the hardware store while you're there, and I'm just going to stick this through that slit I cut all the way down into the dirt so it's nice and secure. All right, my Gutter Guard is dry and the pot and the metal pole are all ready to go. So now I'm going to put this together. So what I want to do is weave this Gutter Guard on the pole so it kind of looks like a tree. And I'm just going to continue this way, doing kind of a Z fold with this Gutter Guard and making the layers a little bit narrower as I go to the top again so it resembles a tree. To ensure that this doesn't move around, I'm adding a little bit of hot glue to where the Gutter Guard touches the pole. Not on the whole thing, but on the top and then down toward the bottom because I don't want this slipping around. Now it's time to decorate. I've got this nice base on the bottom with the cardboard, so I'm adding some greenery in, and then I'm going to add some ornaments as well. Now I'm just placing them in here, but once I get everything arranged just how I want it, I am going to use a little bit of glue to keep these in place. I intend on keeping this topiary outside, so I want everything to stay put and not blow away. I also found some cute mini ornaments, and I'm hanging these on the topiary. You can get really creative with this. You can use any color scheme, any color pot, and really make this match your home decor. This topiary is going to sit on my porch this holiday season. It was so much fun to create something using non-traditional supplies. So for the base of this project, I'm using an apple basket. You can also use a flower pot for this. And in the bottom of this, we're just going to put some rocks. This is going to sit outside, and I don't want it to blow away. Now inside the basket, I'm just going to take a flower pot, the kind that you might get a shrub or something in. We're just going to stick this right on top. So this is our base. Now we're going to place the tomato cage. We're just going to pick it up and kind of set it in here a little bit. So this is pretty sturdy and snug in here, but I'm just going to use a couple of zip ties to attach the handles of the apple basket to the side of the tomato cage. It's going to help hold it in place. Okay, now that we're in there nice and sturdy, our basket is nice and heavy, let's turn this into a topiary. We're gonna pull the top up here together, so actually the bottom of the tomato cage, and use a little floral wire to twist around there and hold it together. Now starting at the bottom, we're going to use just sections of inexpensive garland like this to wrap our topiary. As you're going around, each of these wired pieces can be used to kind of wrap around the tomato cage as needed and really secure it in place. Now we'll come back and kind of fluff all these pieces up to make it look like a nice full topiary. No matter what season we're decorating for, we want to add some lights. So we're just going to take a set of white lights and string these around the tree. So let's pull out some fall decorations, and we're going to make this a fall tree. A roll of burlap makes a really nice ribbon to go around. We could add some different color ribbons or some beautiful flowers. A tree that can work all through fall. So now let's turn this into a tree that's going to work for winter. Burlap would actually work for winter, but we're going to add a little bit of sparkle. So we're back to the bare bones of the tree with just the lights on it. So I'm going to start with some pieces of this wired silver ribbon. So we've got the ribbon kind of placed around the tree. Now we're going to do, just like we did for the fall tree, we're going to take some floral picks, but we went with some more sparkly versions this time. And we're just going to stick these in around the tree. Can also use some other greenery like this, kind of a frosted look. And some pine cones. If you nestle these in really well, they will hold up, but you can always use some floral wire or even some hot glue to get them to stay.
I hope you are inspired to go create your own DIY topiary and you took away some tips for decorating that kind of topiary for any season. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
So all you're going to need is some kind of container. I chose a terracotta pot for mine. I put a piece of foam or polystyrene, or you could use like the Floral Oasis in there. Anything to just hold this. Some sand would work, stones, anything is absolutely fine. And then I took a dowel rod and I cut mine down to be the height that I want my tree to be. Now you might want tall, big trees. You could do short little ones. You could do a variety. This here is about 10 to 12 inches. I just kind of cut my piece into 3 and I could make a few different trees. Now you're also going to need some tulle. I chose to go with a glimmer tulle because it is pretty and sparkly inside. And you're going to want 3 to 4 of these per tree. And I want to show you how simple it is. You want to cut pieces. And these are the ones I pre-cut for this tree. These are about 12 inches. These are about 8 inches. They do not have to be perfect or exact. But I'm going to show you how the easy way, rather than having to measure every piece. If you take your tulle and you wind it around, catch your thumb on the way and around your elbow. And then when you're done, you just take it off and take your scissors, cut right through. Go to the other end and cut right through, and then you have your pieces are all cut and ready to go, and they're really simple to make. You want to take probably 3 to 4 pieces, and I'm starting with my longer ones at the bottom. Now if you're doing bigger trees, you might want these to be longer than 12 inches. It just depends on how kind of big and full you want these trees to be. And then I'm just going to tie it around my dowel rod. And I actually found I only had to tie it once. You can tie it twice if you want to. And then fluff. And you're going to do this all the way up your tree. So just keep taking them. And then I tie the next one at kind of like 3 o'clock to the last one. And fluff. And push down. So once you've finished, you'll have some trees looking something like this. Now you can decide how you want to finish the top, whether you want to go some short pieces. You could put an ornament on top, a cute little star. This is another one that I already did. And you can see, so this one I did really dense. This one I did more light and fluffy. I have a little girl who's 5. This is going to look gorgeous in her room. And of course you can trim them to be just the right shape. You can add glitter, gems, add some ornaments on them, some little light fun ones. I can't wait to see what you all create with this idea. There's so many different ways. Of course, if you go a little bit taller, you might want 3 sizes of net. But experiment and have fun, and don't forget to let us know what you think and tag us in those creations. So thanks for joining me here at Hometalk. I hope you enjoyed this great idea you can use the whole year round for every occasion. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye.